We're talking about Matt Rife today. So he just had a Netflix special that completely tanked because he's not funny. He started it off with a domestic violence joke. Then he went on to on the astrology girlies, which he's been doing for like at least a year now. He is so obsessed with hating on astrology, and it's quite cute. So today we're going to be looking at his chart. We're going to look at some of his placements, but then also some of the current transits that explain why he's flopping so hard. So he has a Virgo sun and Venus, which explain why he is so, practical natured, where he is focused on the facts and the information that are directly in front of him, but he isn't really zooming out to look at the bigger picture, to look at the cosmos and how the cosmos might possibly be influencing his life. He also has Saturn in Pisces directly opposite his Virgo sun. So Saturn is creating more blockages and limitations for him in terms of big picture thinking, preventing him from really zooming out and looking at the full picture. Now, he has Jupiter in Sagittarius in his home sign. So he should have a much more open mind when it comes to big picture thinking. But the thing about this Jupiter is that it is trine his Aries moon. Aries moon is a very aggressive and impulsive energy, and it's kind of like, I'm right, you're wrong, you're stupid, fight me about it. And we see his energy like that, where he just says whatever the he wants. He intentionally tries to trigger people to get an emotional reaction out of them, and it backfired. And here's the reason why. That Aries moon is ruled by Mars. He has Mars in Scorpio. Mars is currently in Scorpio right now, meaning that he's having his Mars return, or the moment where Mars returns to the point it was when he was born. That Mars in Scorpio just recently conjoined the Sun in 24 degrees or so of Scorpio. The Sun is the performer, the person who's on stage, the stand-up comedian. And Mars is the planet that rules violence, toxic masculinity, all that stuff. So I think it's very interesting that his Netflix special, which starts with a domestic violence joke, was aired right as Mars was conjunct the Sun in Scorpio, his Mars return. And now all of a sudden he completely broke the spell that he had cast on these women. He had such a loyal following of women who were goo goo gaga over him because he's moderately attractive, and he completely destroyed the connection that these fans had with him by joking about their trauma and trying to trigger them to pander to the boys who really don't give a about him because he's not funny. And we even see this in his birth chart. His Aries moon, which is opposite his Mercury in Libra, are both intercepted in the 6th and 12th house, meaning his jokes, Mercury rules jokes and pranks and trickster, Mercury is the fool, the jester, the person on stage trying to make everybody laugh. Opposite his Aries moon, trying to make people laugh with jokes about violence, intercepted. Scorpio Mars intercepted his Libra, meaning everybody was so triggered and turned off by this really gross display of toxic masculinity that it intercepted Libra, or it intercepted the pleasant, enjoyable reception of these jokes. Libra rules the idea of someone receiving something you give them and enjoying it. And ain't nobody enjoyed this special because he's focused on being a toxic asshole. So it's going to be very interesting watching him die on this hill, because he seems very committed to hating on astrology, and he could really learn some things from it, because what a mess. Oh my God.